Alright guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to create an SRT file, alright, for your subtitles. So if you want to create an SRT file, just watch this video. Let me walk you through exactly how to do it, okay? And guys, it's very important you watch to the end, alright, so you're not going to make any mistakes. So just watch this video to the end, okay? So you're not going to make any single mistake, alright, because it's a very tricky thing if you don't do it properly. So watch till the end so you're not going to make any mistake. Alright, so let's get right into this video. So what we are going to do right now is that the first thing we need to do is to get our notepad. Alright, so you have a computer right here. Come over to your notepad, open it, and we are going to leave it right there. The next thing is that we are going to come and open our Explorer, our file Explorer. Alright, so that's the second thing. Right, so I'll come to videos and then I'll come to this one. So I want to get a particular video that I made, all right, so that we can just use it to create the timestamp and then include the write-up. So if you know what an SRT is, basically is where you have like a timestamp that aligns, you have write-ups that align, like it's a subtitle. Obviously it's a file that contains your subtitle as well as your timestamps. All right, so I'm going to explain what I mean in just a second. So I'll just pick up this example. So this is the one we are going to be using for this experiment. Let me play the video. Let's see. Good day everyone. I make videos on YouTube. I make tutorial videos on YouTube. So this is just to test everything out. Okay. All right, so you notice what happened. All right, so it's just an 18 seconds video. So we are going to be using this to create our SRT file. Okay, so we are going to be using this exact video right here to create our SRT file. Super simple. Good day everyone. It says good day everyone. All right, so the first thing it said here is good day everyone. All right, so you notice the time. All right, so this is minutes, under minutes, and this is seconds. All right, so let me see when it started. Good day everyone. So it started under the 2 seconds mark, so it's 2 seconds to about 3 seconds. All right, 2 seconds to about 3 seconds. So I'll come here, let me show you exactly how to do it so you're not going to make any mistake. Okay, so we're going to put in this right here. We're going to put in 1 first, okay? Because the reason we are putting 1 is because we need to number each of the timestamps we include. All right, so we need to number each of them. So I'll put in 1 right here. I'll click on enter, and then I put in 00. This is how you should structure your timestamp. Put in column, right? So I'll put in 00 again, put in column, and then I'll put in 02. All right, and then I'll put in a comma. I'll explain what it means in a second. Boom. All right, so this right here, this is the first timestamp. This is the beginning of the timestamp. So this first 0, the first 2 zeros represent your hours, the second 2 zeros represent your minutes, and the third ones represent your seconds. Okay, so it started at the 2 seconds mark. That's why I put that 02. This one is your milliseconds. All right, so milliseconds. This is why it is here. All right, so when I started the video, the how are you started at the 2 seconds mark from what I observed. Good day everyone. All right, so the good day everyone started at the 2 seconds mark and then ended at the 3 seconds mark. All right, so this is why I'm doing it this way. Okay, very important. So let me come here. I'll click on dash, right? So this is how to do it, and then I'll put in I'll use shifts and then use this right arrow. It's not really an arrow anyway. Let me copy it. So let me try and interpret what this arrow means, so you're gonna know what does this sign on my keyboard mean, or what's the name of this sign, whatever you want. So let me paste it. All right, it's going to explain for us. All right guys, so it actually just loaded right now. So it says that this symbol is the greater than sign. All right, so yeah, basically this is what it is. So I'm explaining so you know where it is on your keyboard. Okay, so you know where it is on your keyboard, the greater than sign. So this one is the dash. I use 2 dash and then I use a greater than sign. Very important. So I'm explaining this in details so you're going to have an idea. All right, so I'll add in a space and then I put in the end of the timestamp. All right, so I'll put in the end. So again 00, which represents the hour. Put in a column, put in 00, put in a column again, and then I'll put in I think it ended at, let me play the video again. I think it ended at the 3rd second. All right, so yeah, 003 03, something like that, and then I'll put in the millisecond, which is 000. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, and then once I'm done, I'll click on enter, and then I'll put in the write-up. So what did we say during this 1 second period? Let me go back and listen to it again. Let me come here. Good day, everyone. I said good day, everyone. Okay, so this is how you set up your timestamp. I'll just put in good day, everyone. All right, so this is it. Good day, everyone. And then maybe I'll put in a full stop, and then I can't put in 2. This is the second. I want to include the second timestamp, so you need to put in the number. Very important. So you need to put in the number so that you know, your maybe your YouTube, your CapCut, whatever you want to use, the your SRT file, wherever you want to use it, they are going to know, the app or the tool is going to know when to place the timestamp, right? So I'm numbering it very carefully. So this should be the second timestamp. So I'll just come here and play the next video. I make videos on YouTube. So it started at the 5th second, right, down to the 7th. So let me play it again. Let me go back to the 4th. I make videos on YouTube. All right, so let me see. I think I started at the 4th. I make videos on YouTube. Okay, so I'll go with the 5th and then end at the 7th. So come here, 00 as usual. Okay, very important, guys. Keep paying attention so you're not going to make any mistake. Okay, so 0 started at 05. Let's put it like that, and then put in our comma, put in our milliseconds, 000 space dash dash, and then put in our greater than sign. Okay, so I'll put in the end of the timestamp, 00 column 00 column, and then I'll put in, I think it's 07. All right, so comma 000. Yeah. All right, so I think, what did I say during this time period? Let me see. We're going to put in what we said, right? The write-up that we said, the words we said during that time period. Let me go back and listen to what I said. All right, so this is basically how I do it on YouTube. Videos on YouTube. Make videos on YouTube. I make videos on YouTube. So that's what I said. I make videos on YouTube. So I'm going to add it. I make videos, all right, on YouTube. So that's what I said during that period. I make videos on YouTube, and we're almost done. All right, so I'm just getting the rest of the words, and then I'll just include it, because we need to go over to our, let's say, your CapCut. I'll show you how to use it on CapCut, on YouTube, so, and any other tool you want to use it for. All right, so let's just include the third timestamp. I'll put in 3. So by now you should already be getting a little understanding of how it operates. All right, the familiarity, you should begin to have that familiarity with what we are doing. So 00 representing the hours, 00 again representing the minutes, and then let me see the next one. I make tutorial videos on YouTube. What time did it start? YouTube. So this on YouTube. Videos on YouTube. Tutorial videos. I make tutorial videos on YouTube. It started at the 7th second, I believe, and ended at the 9th second. 7th second, ended at the 9th second. So yeah, 0. This is the second, 7th second. I'll put in the millisecond as 000, and dash dash as usual, greater than sign, play, and then put in the end of the timestamp. I believe the end of the timestamp, I think the end started at you know what, let me put it at 7. Oh, I think that's fine. I think that's actually good. So I'll come here, put in semicolon 00 column, and then I'll put in 09, right, comma millisecond 000. Then I'll put in what I said. So what did I actually say? Let's find out. I make tutorial videos on YouTube. I make tutorial let me spell it right. Tutorial videos on YouTube. All right, I make tutorial videos on YouTube. So we are done, and then I'll just come here and click on 4. All right, and then we're almost done. All right, so I just put in the last 2. So this is just to test everything out. So this is just to test everything out. So that's what I said. Let me look at where it started from. So this is just to test everything out. So this is just to test everything out. So 10 seconds to 14 seconds, 10 to 14, 0 0, this 0 0, right? Like I said, let me 10 seconds to 14 seconds. So like I said, the first 0 0 is the represent the hours, the second 0 0 represent the minutes, and then this one represents the seconds. So then the other three zeros you're seeing right here represent the milliseconds, right? It's less than a second is millisecond. Okay, so yeah, dash dash greater than sign and then space. I'll put in the end of the timestamp, right? The end of the timestamp 0 0, put, and I think it was 14 seconds. All right, so yeah, so this is just an 18 seconds video, so you can do it for over a 30-minute video, a 20-minute video, 30 seconds clip, all of that. So I'm just showing you, and I'm going to demonstrate how it works, so you're going to see it directly, live and direct. So yeah, basically, let me listen to what I said again, and one more time. Yeah, this is just to test everything out. So this is just to test everything out. Let me write it down here. So this is just to test everything out. So this is just to test everything out. So that's what we included. All right, so basically you can add in a full stop on all of them, optional anyways, in a full stop, because maybe just to help. All right, so we'll put in our last. I think this should be the last, the fifth one should be the last, because it's an 18 seconds video. All right, and then yeah, let me see what I said at the last period. Okay, 15 to 16 seconds. That's basically it. 15, because the rest was just me closing the video, ending the the rest was just me ending my OBS studio. So I said okay as the last, 0 0 timestamp, semicolon 0 0, which is the minutes, column, and then I think it was 15 seconds. All right, so comma, adding my milliseconds, space, dash dash, greater than sign, 0 0 representing the hours, semicolon, no, column, not semicolon, column, and then 0 0 representing your minutes, and then column, and then your seconds, which should be 16 seconds, comma, putting our milliseconds, and then yeah, I think I said okay. So so yeah, I think that's basically it. All right, so yeah, so one thing you should need to know is don't forget to add the milliseconds, right? Don't forget to space in, add your milliseconds in both of them. You're going to add your milliseconds here, add your milliseconds, also add your milliseconds right at the beginning of the timestamp, and then at the ending, right? Make sure that your milliseconds is visible, all right? Otherwise it will not work. Okay, so the file might not be uploaded. Very important. This represents your hours, this one represents your minutes, this one represents your seconds. So it was an 18 seconds clip, that's why it did not exceed the seconds mark, right? So I hope you understand. This was the semicolon we used, and then once we're done, we went down and then created the good day everyone. So once you're done with this, right, we are done with the video. I'll click on file, click on save as. Very important, because this is our notepad. Usually your notepad saves things as in form of a txt. Okay, it says in form of a txt file, which is a text file, right? So as you can see, this is what's coming up. So this is why it's always good to watch videos till the end, so you're not going to get stuck on the way. Watch till the end, right? So it says here .txt, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to come here to save as type, right? Come down here and click on all, right? All files, right? So it was on text documents .txt. We are going to move it to all files. And then now we are going to come here and then click on, and then come to the file name and name it what we want to name it. Let's say we'll call it test. We'll just call it test, and then we'll put .srt. All right, .srt. Remember, we are trying to create an SRT file for our subtitles. So this, you want to make sure that it's named SRT. .srt, very very important. Name it whatever you want to name it, then put in .srt instead of your txt. I'll click on save, right? So it's going to save it as an srt file. We are done. All right, so we are going to come to it in a second in case there's any mistake, but I doubt if there's any mistake. Next thing, I'm going to show you how to use on CapCut. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use it on CapCut. So you click on your CapCut if you have. I'll also show you how to use on YouTube. If you can use on YouTube, you can use it on anywhere else, your any other app, any other editing software app platform you want to use it. Once you understand how to both use it on CapCut and then on YouTube, you should be able to navigate your way through any other software. So just keep watching to the end. It's very very important. So I'll click on my CapCut right here because I've already opened CapCut right here. Okay, so I already have my CapCut right here. So normally when you open your CapCut and you're here, you should come to, normally should be like this, and most likely you will be under import. All right, so you should be here, not actually on text. So you should usually be like this. So you come here and import your video, the video that you want to actually put in the subtitle. Come here and import that video. So once you have the video, you should look something like this. You've imported it, right? So you come here and drag it. So you drag your video here, let it come here to this section. Okay, very very important. So you come here and then you drag it. All right, so I'm just showing you how to do it on CapCut in case you maybe you've not used CapCut before. So you come here, you have to drag it right here. I can just expand it, right? And then you come to text. So you have import right here. As you can see at the top, you have audio, you have text, sticker, effect, transition, filter, adjustments. Just forget about everything and focus on what we call text. So the one that says text here, that's after you've imported the video. You come to text, you see where it says import. Now usually you would not be here. Usually it to be on text right here, so it to be on text, but you have to come down here to either auto caption or local caption depending on the version of CapCut you're using. Come here to local caption, click on local caption. For my version, some people use on auto caption, but you want to look for where you can actually import SRT file. That's the point. Okay, so this is where it is for me, local captions. Some people is auto caption. So if you come here, you see where it says SRT comma LRC and then ASS caption. So you can see they allow SRT format. So you click on it. All right, keep watching these videos to the end. It's very important. So you see my file here where it says test.srt. I'll click on it. All right, click on it. So you see it has brought it up. So I'll now come here and bring it down. The moment I bring it down, it will adjust itself to the exact seconds. All right, so it will adjust itself to the exact timestamp that we put inside of our notepad. Remember, we set everything in our notepad, so it will adjust itself immediately to fit in the exact time period and the timestamps that we have already put inside of our notepad. So you can see, so we don't have to stress ourselves. So this video right here is the same video that I played for you here, just so you know. Okay, it's the same video I played for you here. So let me come here and exit. Let me play it and see. So you see. Good day everyone. So let me go back here. I think it lagged a bit. So I'll come here, zoom in. Right, so I'll just zoom in the video and play it. Let's see. Good day everyone. Good day everyone. I make videos on YouTube. I make tutorials. Let me bring out the volume so you're gonna see how it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna bring, I don't think it's very clear. Right, the volume. Let's see. Let me bring out the volume. Audio. I'll come here to audio and then I'll come and then bring out the volume, so you're going to hear it very well, and then alongside the timestamp. But I can already see the timestamp. If you notice, you see something right here at the bottom. All right, so you notice that it says here I make tutorial videos. See it here. Look at the timestamp that we set. Subtitle. Good day everyone. Good day everyone. I make videos on YouTube. I make tutorial videos on YouTube. So this is just to test everything out. Okay. So you notice that's basically it. So you can now come here and then adjust the text. Maybe you can put in some animations. Right, so you can come further and put in some animations on the text. Different styles of animation. As you can see, you can make it different intros and outros for it to come in with a style. All right, so that's basically what you can do. It can also go out with a style. So you can do a lot of setup and designs and captions, but that's a whole different conversation altogether. Right, so these are the whole thing. But basically, you have seen how to set it up. If you don't like the color, if you don't like the style, you can just shift the adjustment, shift the style. All right, so I'll come here and click on this one, and let's see. I just changed it to this yellow style. Let's see how it will look like from here. Let me see. Let me zoom in and see.
Everyone, I make videos on YouTube. I make tutorial videos on YouTube. So this is just to test everything out.
So this is just to test.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see the color changed and the design changed. Okay, so this is basically how it works. So you've seen that how it works. Now let me come over to YouTube. Let me show you exactly one of the things you can actually do. So this is actually my YouTube channel, right? So these are some of the videos. So what you need to do is that once you're inside of your YouTube, all right, so you're inside of your YouTube right here, the next thing you want to do is that you want to come here. I'm going to look for a random video. You come to language right here, click on language. Okay, so inside of your YouTube studio, click on language, and then you come and select the exact video that you want, right? So you can select the exact video. So you can see that this is where you can select. So you click on previous page. I can go over to my channel and look at some of the videos. All right, so I'm going to select the one that probably does not have any view. All right, so just for this video, so I'll come here to okay, this one right here. Let me come here. So I'll come here to this how to deploy Replis website. I think that one has a view. It has a view. But anyways, well, I'll use it like that. So once I'm here, right, you want to come here and first of all add a language. So you want to add in a language to the video first. Okay, so you want to add in a language to the video first. Right, the reason is very, very important. You want to add in a language to the video. So when you click on it, you click on language, you says here select language. I'll click on language first. The reason is because if you want to add in a subtitle, our SRT, you have to first of all add in a language first. Very important. So I'll come here and look for English. Let me look for English United States to confirm. Once you confirmed it, okay, so I can now come back here, go back here, and then come here to content and look for this exact video. I can't remember the video. I think this should be the something has to do with download, blah blah blah. Let me look for. I'm not sure where the video is. All right, so here's what I did. I just searched for it based on the dates. I think they have the same dates, so I think it was this one. So I'll click on it. Right, remember what we did? We have to go to language and then change the language first. Right, so we have to set the language first. So you come here. All right, so let me go over and look for that video. I think I've done this one, so I think so. I'm not sure. I think I did this one right here. So how to deploy Replis website. So I'll just click on it and then I'll come here to the side. I'll click on it, come here, you see subtitles, right? Normally the subtitle will not work. It will be actually blurred, right? It will not actually be clickable if you do not set the language. So you have to first of all go to the language and set it to English for this one to work. Very important. So you now click on it. As I click on it, you see the subtitle. It will come here, show me. Usually it shows the subtitle. It can have some automatic readings, but then you see where it says upload file. Okay, so just in case your own does not show upload file, you can look for it. All right, you can look for it. It's usually around here. Click on upload file and then you just come here. It says select subtitle file, file type to upload with timing. Select with timing. Go over to your Explorer, copy, paste, put it inside. That's basically how it works. Right, so I don't want to affect the video. All right, so but that's basically it. So yeah, so that's actually how I successfully create SRT files, right, for subtitles. That's basically it, and that's how I insert it. So that's basically it. So do well to like this video if you got any value, and also subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. We make videos like this to help people out. So if you got any value, just subscribe, and with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.